Okay, high crotch. High crotch and double leg are basically the same thing. I encourage you guys to learn a high crotch because it works really well with the double leg. So I'm going to start my stance. My lead foot is going to take a penetration step. That's super important. At the same time, I'm going to level change, and I'm going to hit my lead knee on the ground. I can put my hands out to balance and all that when I'm getting started. The back leg that I pushed off of, I'm going to come up, step for support. Okay, once I step that back leg up for support, I'm going to use it. I'm going to use this to drive 90 degrees this way. Here, when I use this to drive off, I want to point my knee and my foot 90 degrees sideways. Okay, so to set up our shot, we're going to take what's called an inside control. My partner's going to post on my shoulder. I'm going to come inside his arm with my thumb attached to my fingers. And I'm going to try to reach for the armpit as best as I can. Once I get as deep as I can, I'm going to pull my elbow down. My right hand is going to grab the collar, and I'm going to use that to control him, bring pressure down. Both these grips are going to bring pressure down. I'm hand fighting, take my inside control. Once I get that pressure down, I want that spring reaction up. When I let go with my right hand, I'm going to get that space to get under him and get through to the legs. At the same time, I'm going to use my elbow. I'm just going to flip this up. All together with the penetration step, pressure down, let him up. Okay, so when I'm coming into my high crotch, I'm using that outside foot, stepping up. And I'm going to do what's called turning the corner. So I don't want to be back here. I want to be as high up as I can. My back leg is going to do what's called a windshield wiper. She's going to pivot on the knee so I can get around on this angle. That's called turning the corner. I'm staying in good, strong position with my head, and I'm turning into him. As I turn in, I want to reach deep, my elbow behind the knee. If I'm on this grip, he pulls his leg back, it's just one arm versus one leg. If I put my knee behind the leg, now it's my whole body versus his leg. It's a lot stronger of a grip. When I'm here and when I successfully turn the corner, I want to take my grip that was locked behind his knee. I want to replace that same elbow deep grip, and I want to take my right hand, come across to his knee as I drive off. Still driving off this back leg and pointing my toes 90 degrees this way. When I finish, I want to focus on lifting this leg, the close leg, and just chopping this one. It's super important when I'm finishing my high crotch, I need my shoulder to be in this pocket here, in the crotch. If mine comes up and I try to double off, I'm giving space for his hips to get back and his legs to get back. If I keep my shoulder into this pocket while I drive across, there's no space for him to wiggle his hips back. Also, if I keep this in and I drive across, my double off doesn't really work. I'm still in good position to hit our chest pressure. It's very important when I'm doubling off and doing my corner turn I need to use the side of my head against his hip. It's almost like I'm looking with my eyes as far around his back as I can, and I'm using my head and this post leg to knock him off balance to the side. That's going to make it easier for me to double off. A lot of people think you get cauliflower ear from the tie-up when you're hand fighting like this, but 90% of it is taking your high crotch and properly turning the corner. Okay, this turning the corner finish is really good for when I have an opponent that's trying to get as horizontal as he can and he's sprawling onto me. Sometimes my opponent's going to go for counters where he hangs over top, he stands up, or he comes here. So instead of trying to drive across the corner when I got up here, instead of trying to drive across, I'm going to get to both of my feet as fast as I can, put my hips in, keep my shoulder in this pocket, and just stand straight up with it. Double off and pick straight up.